Hello, welcome to the Babysitters here. Today, we are going to read a book called Wrong Side of the Bed, talk about waking up on the wrong side of the bed, how we can maybe fix it if we want to, and also have a sing-along. Welcome back. Don't forget to click subscribe on the box below so you don't miss out on any of the fun. We have a really fun March lined up. So, waking up on the wrong side of the bed. It happens to everyone. And I have to admit, it has been happening to me more and more because things are still kind of weird in my life because of COVID. Sometimes I have a really hard time just shaking it off. Maybe things are still weird for you, and that might make you sad or angry, and that's okay. It's totally okay to feel sad and angry. But being sad and angry for too long isn't fun either. Let's read about Lucy and how she wakes up on the wrong side of the bed and how she decides to not stay grumpy all day.
The Wrong Side of the Bed by Lisa Bakos, courtesy Penguin Random House Publishing. One morning, Lucy woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Her hair was tangled, her pajamas were rumpled, and she could only find one bunny slipper. Apparently, it was going to be a one bunny slipper sort of day. Lucy was supposed to make her bed, but a porcupine was causing a very prickly lump. She poked him, but he refused to budge. Instead, he wanted to snuggle. Surely it was a very prickly one bunny slipper sort of day. Lucy could not find matching socks, so she wore one with stripes and one with dots. The octopus in her drawers did not seem to have a problem finding matching socks, or ones without holes. Clearly, it was a mismatched socks, very prickly, one bunny slipper sort of day. Lucy poured too much syrup on her pancakes and got a sticky stain on her new dress. A big brown bear tried to lick it off, but he only smeared it in. Evidently, it was a sticky stain, mismatched socks, very prickly, one bunny slipper sort of day. Lucy had missed the bus and had to ride her bike to school. The elephant on her handlebars missed the bus too. He also missed it after school. Certainly, it was a miss the bus, sticky stain, mismatched socks, very prickly, one bunny slipper sort of day. Lucy was late for ballet, and all the tutus were taken. To make matters worse, a hippo leapt by wearing 3. The hippo wore them well. Obviously, it was late for ballet, missed the bus, sticky stain, mismatched socks, very prickly, one bunny slipper sort of day. Lucy was not allowed to have ice cream with sprinkles until she ate her broccoli. The pig dining next to her ate his broccoli. He even had seconds. Sadly, it was an eat your broccoli, late for ballet, missed the bus, sticky stain, mismatched socks, very prickly, one bunny slipper kind of day. Lucy had to take a bath, but she was all out of bubbles. The penguins next to her decided to make their own. They were terribly good at it. Unmistakably, it was a smelly bubbles, eat your broccoli, late for ballet, miss the bus, sticky stain, mismatched socks, very prickly, one bunny slipper sort of day. Lucy could not brush her teeth because a crocodile had taken her toothbrush. He took forever to floss. Unquestionably, it was a no toothbrush, smelly bubbles, eat your broccoli, late for ballet, miss the bus, sticky stain, mismatched socks, very prickly, one bunny slipper sort of day. Lucy climbed into bed, but someone was hogging the covers, and no one could agree on the same bedtime story. The penguins started a pillow fight. Undoubtedly, it had been a feathers everywhere, no toothbrush, smelly bubbles, eat your broccoli, late for ballet, miss the bus, sticky stain, mismatched socks, very prickly, one bunny slipper sort of day. The next morning, Lucy woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Her hair was tangled, her pajamas were rumpled, and she could only find one bunny slipper. Unfortunately, it looked like it was going to be another one bunny slipper sort of day. Until, that is, Lucy decided to put on galoshes. Fortunately, it was going to be a galoshes sort of day.
Lucy could only find one slipper, and she focused on that so much that she just had this bad day. It just kept getting worse and worse. And on the second day, when she could only find one slipper, what did she do? She knew focusing on one slipper only made things worse. So she decided to focus on the fact that she had 2 galoshes. Galoshes is just a fancy word for rain boots. Lucy focusing on the fact that she had 2 galoshes is really all that mattered, because it was raining out, so keeping her feet dry was important. Forget the slippers. When we focus on how we feel or on the things that we don't have, like Lucy did with those slippers, those things tend to grow. When Lucy was so focused on her slippers and how she couldn't find one, bad things kept happening to her all day long. So sometimes it's good to focus on the good things, so that's what keeps happening. When Lucy focused on her galoshes, she was much happier, and all the creatures that had bothered her stayed home. Does this mean you always have to be happy? No, not at all. Part of life is feeling all the feelings, but sometimes it's nice to not feel so sad or angry for long. Speaking of letting things go, I thought today we would do a little sing-along because singing makes me feel better. It's a song I think we all know. Let It Go from Frozen. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun. I had fun. And don't forget, it's okay to feel angry or sad, as long as you know when to let it go.